Okay. I'm going to start this video off by just saying it's finally here. My moment is here. Welcome back, everyone. This is Mr. Squirrel, and we're playing some more DC Worlds Collide, but let's talk about this artifact. Oh, it's here. Now, I got some proof. They changed it. They definitely changed this from the first time we saw it, and I'm going to talk about what happened. So I did get a look at this earlier today. This is probably one of the most excited I've been in this game, because this is it. This is what I've been waiting for, and that is for the Krona's power gauntlet. So what is this artifact? So if we look at this, we'll go to the info. Now we look at what current artifact can only be used by class 0 characters. What they mean is by Green Lantern. So this can only be wielded by anyone with the Green Lantern. So John, Guy, John, Guy, Hal, Jess can wield this artifact. If you're using any one of those four, you need to pick up this artifact. This is one of the best artifacts. Now, it is... So we're going to talk about this artifact, because this artifact is very interesting. I first want to highlight. So when we look at the tiers, where is it? It's right. It's here. So the first tier gives a 10%. So when you tier this thing up based on that's when you rank it, not rank it up, because there's ranking up is one thing, and then tiering up, that's when you insert like the green, the blue, and the purple stat boosts to it. And you do this over and over again. You can do it up to 4 times. You will boost its stats. When you get enough of them, I think it's for the first one, it's like 300. I don't have it here. I can actually just tell you right now. We'll just look at a character. Look at this one. Enhance. So it's right here. We tier it up. So when you've given it 300 greens, 100 blues, 50 purples, it will tier up. And when you tier it up, it will get the corresponding stat bonus. Now, it's really important that we look at this, because the stat bonuses tell you where this is designed for. At tier 1, you get 10% HP. At tier 2, you get 10% defense. At tier 3, you get 15% block chance. And at tier 4, you get 15% damage reduction. Now, what's important about this? There is no damage on this thing whatsoever. This is not good for Hal or Jess. It is not good for either one of them, because this thing has 0 damage amp to them. Well, it does have damage amp in the ranks, but I'm talking about in its tier talents, there is no damage amp whatsoever. This is designed for a very specific character, and I'm going to go over that character in a little bit. Now let's talk about its talents. Rank. So what does this thing actually do? Shield applied by the bearer also grant 10% damage resistance for 2 turns. 10% damage resistance. Now I think this is different than damage reduction. Damage resistance, I think, is just general, like decrease to damage. This wording is tripping me out, because this is different wording than damage reduction. And I need to test this more in time. Now, the thing that I'm trying to figure out about this is that, does it stack on itself? And there's a reason I'm asking if it stacks on itself. So don't worry, I'm going to summon. I have another video coming out tomorrow. Well, probably later today or whenever the other video. I'm going to be summoning a lot for this. So I'm going to see if I can get multiple hopefully pull multiple of these. And I've been saving literally, I have like 140 summons, artifact summons, just for this moment. And I need to see if it stacks on itself. That's what I'm curious about. Shield. So like if you look at rank 2, shield applied by the bearer also grant 10% damage amp for 2 turns. I'm wondering if that stacks on itself. The first ultimate cast by the bearer applies a shield to all allies that absorbs damage to 10% of attack or 50% of defense. That's very interesting. This is designed for a tank. I think I think Guy and John are this intended target. But even John, so my question is, so remember, when we talked about Guy can apply multiple instances of a shield with his basic, right? That multiple instances in a single turn does that proc this damage reduction multiple times. Remember, he can go up to he can get a lot of basic attacks. Each one of those basic attacks counts as a separate instance of a shield gain. Does each one of those account for the damage resistance here? And I'm going to test it out. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to have there's so many videos I need to make on this artifact, but I wanted to go over it. Now, the thing let's go over is that what does it do for its secondary? So it increases HP by 15%, 15,000, increased crit rate by 5%, and then at final rank, increased crit rate is now 10%, and HP is by 45,000. This is a really interesting artifact because it's giving kind of like all these, like it gives some damage, it gives damage resistance, it gives shields to the whole team on first ult. It's doing a lot. Now, there's one thing I want to highlight real quick, and I want to come back. Give me a second. Okay. This was when they first announced it. Notice right here. So, damage reduction each time you get a shield, damage amp, and then first ult. This wording was changed. This was highly changed. This tells me that they modified it before. So I actually think that they saw maybe like that damage reduction. There's a reason they changed the formula to damage resistance. I just don't know what the difference is in the formulas between damage resistance and damage reduction, because there is a very clear distinction in word choice there. And that means they would have said damage reduction, like damage RED reduction. And I think they changed it because with Guy, he could be pushing like 70 to 80% damage reduction and he would be unkillable, especially with Mr. Trevor. You got lifesteal shields, like you wouldn't be able to kill him. So I'm imagining damage resistance is going to be a slightly different formula. But I'm curious to see how it impacts him. This is literally designed for Guy on Mr. Terrific's team with the buff to Superman. If you saw that other video, if you already watched that video, it's so nuts. That front line is going to be crazy. So let's go back real quick. So coming back to this again, you can apply this to any of the Green Lanterns, right? But they changed this, and they've made this the resistance formula. I'm curious what this means, because it was intentional that they did not make that damage reduction, because Guy Gardner could be easily sitting at like 70 to 80% damage reduction while on Mr. Terrific's team having tons of lifesteal and having tons of defense and shielding himself left and right. And you see how he would become a wall that's doing damage that you could not get through. No matter, like, I would just put Hal Jordan behind him and it's like, well, GG, you're not beating this team. It is important to note that this was designed for you could put this on Green Lantern Jess. I think it would operate well on her. I don't think it's anywhere near her best in slot, but mind you, remember, it's 10% damage reduction to all shields that the Green Lantern person applies. Well, Green Lantern Jess applies a shield to everybody on her ult, which means you're giving that person 10% damage reduction. Remember, she also has her, at the end of turn, she'll give a shield to someone else. That shield gets 10% damage reduction. So I think she could work with this, but here's the thing. There's no attack damage. There's nothing here. It's all like defense based. So while I think it's good for her, her best in slot is still this. Because like, look, 10%, you get 8% damage bonus here, and you get crit rate, which she doesn't need, but this gives you 8% damage, like attack bonus. And it gives you a 35% increase when you kill someone to your basic attack. She's basicing left and right. So it's like, even her ultimate's a basic. It's just AoE basic. You want that thing on her. You don't really want this on her. This is good but she's doing no damage with this. She's just going to be a shield support, which maybe on a shield team with Lex, then you're sitting at a pretty decent amount of damage resistance and reduction and all these things. But I don't think this is the intended for her. This is intended for, I mean, will this be best in slot for John? Yes. But I don't think it's intended for John, because this wording comes back. Shields applied. Shields, plural. You know who can apply multiple instances of a shield in a single turn? Guy. He can get up like 70%. I'm betting Guy could, if this stacks, Guy is sitting at around 70% damage resistance and then like 60 to 70% damage amp. He's doing a lot. This is meant for him. This thing is it is legitimately designed for Guy Gardner, to make Guy Gardner broken. And now you have Guy Gardner as your one slot, and you've got the new Super duper busted Superman in slot 2 for your tanks. Woo! This is nutty. What they just did to Mr. Terrific's team. They just made Mr. Terrific team nuts. Absolutely nuts. Woo! Okay. So that's the artifact. Let's go over, and then finally, I'm going to go over the last thing. The other thing I will go over in this video is there is a couple other changes that I want to highlight. I have a video solely dedicated to Superman, so that will be before this. Best in show, Krypto. So what does Krypto do? Krypto flies in, blasts all enemies with his heat vision, dealing superpower damage equal to 100% of his attack power and inflicting 2 stacks of burn. The attack power of this reinforcement is inherited from the ally with the highest attack power. Great. And then as you rank it up, he can get up to 3 stacks of burn, 2 stacks of dampen, and it will do up to 150% damage. So he's just an AoE damage dealer. It's like pretty much just a better version of the motorbike. So do you want to go for this? Yes. Do you want to unlock it? Yes. It's not, we don't have the event for it right now, but it will be coming soon. And the last thing I want to go over in this video, oh, they released other things. Prediction words. Great. I got prediction. So they added the Krypto, they added Power Gauntlet. The event is coming soon. League activity rewards. When you and your league mates do daily missions, you reward for the whole league. Oh, I like this. So that encourages people to be active. Now players can filter their roster. Actually, you know what? Hold on one second. Okay, we're gonna go back. Hold on. We're gonna go back to the website here. So here's the thing: add a bonus team up. So now it's like they're rewarding more activity in your league. The bonus team ups is now for each character in the battle. All allies gain 10% attack. The bonus in team ups. So they're just giving you a bonus for team ups now when you're doing the wait. The bonus characters in team ups now reflect recently released seasons. Use the buffs. The debuff, sacrifice, and creature commandos today. The Just Gang upcoming season will be rotated to close off their seasons. Okay, so when you're doing team ups, you get bonuses for using the designated team. So they want you to summon. That's pretty much what they're telling you. Added refresh button to League Mercenary UI where the mercenary data is. This has actually been super annoying. So what would end up happening here is like if you put your League Mercenary down and like it would just show it being like 180, like level 180, but like you leveled up to 200, it wouldn't show it. I don't know if that was just a UI thing and it was actually showing 200 to everybody else. But like I would look at my League Mercenary, I'm like, why is it at 160? This dude's like sitting at 200. I'm like, oh. So I just reset it and it would be 200. But I think everyone else saw it too. I don't know if it was just a UI thing. Okay. Updated some care fragments available in the team synergies. Elseworld. Let's see what they added to Elseworld. Elseworld shop. I have not really liked the Elseworld shop. Batman 5 times for 750 now always appears. Starfire sometimes appears instead of Nightwing for both 5 times 750. So Starfire, okay. Green Arrow 5 times 750. I mean, that's nice because if you should get Green Arrow to 7 stars or rank 7 for his leader skill. Arena shop. Ooh, Sinestro, picking that bad boy up. Ocean Master, I might pick him up. Zatanna no longer appears. Okay, so they got rid of Zatanna. League shop. Green Lantern, John, and Pandora now occupy the same slot. One for the other will appear in the same other slot. Superboy and Supergirl. So if you're going for Supergirl, that's dope. Okay. Combat rebalance. I already went over this in another video, so we don't need to talk about that here. And then bug fixes. Fix an issue with tutorial. Block some players. Fix a legendary event boss. Current rank not being okay. Fix an issue where Mr. Terrific was missing the dampen tag and incorrectly. Okay, that's nice. When there is a tie on a leaderboard, the first season to achieve the score will have the higher rank first. I like this. First person. That's nice because some people would just wait until the very end and then that incentivizes you to start earlier. Update the idle reward payout. Increase the coin payouts. Increase coin and decrease XP in the late game. I don't like this, but I get it. Actually, no, I do like this. You don't need as much XP. You do need coin. Okay, I'm actually for this 100%. I'm starting to run out of coins, so I'm all for that change. What Am I event now closes 24 hours after the last riddle is solved. Thank God. This thing has just been sitting there. Fix an issue with the red dot and league quiz. K. Fix an issue with the red dot and team ups wouldn't appear. Okay. So that's the I already went over this, so we don't need to go over that. I just accidentally clicked that. So there's a lot of changes coming out. I love this. This is phenomenal. This is great. Well done, dev team. And as always, remember, failing is just your first attempt in learning.